Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show, Chercher l'artiste. We have tonight a fantastic show for you. One of our great friends is coming, and she's going to be telling us the new stuff going on with her. Without waiting, I want to introduce to you Tayo ISHOLA. Tayo, welcome back.
Thank
it's
you
such
so
a
much.
pleasure to have you.
I feel like I have a home here now.
You have a home, you have a home. You know, so many projects that you're doing with the art, and I dress in consequence for you.
Amazing. We were so in sync when we were coming up with our outfits today.
So I want you to tell me, well, tell the guests a little bit about yourself.
Yes.
So I'm saying the guests, the audience, our viewers.
Yes.
Who you are.
Yes, of course. My name is Tayo ISHOLA. I am a fashion social entrepreneur, an organizational psychologist. I kind of merge all of these worlds together, and I use fashion and the arts to drive change, positive change in society.
Phenomenal. And we have worked with you in the past.
Yes.
And I've had such a great time with your previous projects, and you have some that are supposed to be happening right now because it's Art Basel.
Yes. We're excited. So December 7th, we have Art Basel. And again, because we are about the human first, the theme for this event that we're doing is called Designed on Purpose. It's happening at the Kimpton Anglers Hotel in Miami Beach. Amazing artists, amazing musicians, performances, models, designers, all bringing it together. And what we're really trying to do is bring a redefinition to what art is for people, that it starts with us as human beings. Like, we're phenomenal, we're fantastic. My ability to communicate to you right now is art. And that's what we want to do by creating this immersive experience for guests that also has like a culinary journey that's a part of it. And so it's almost like this whole family is going to dinner, but there's art and there's performances and then there's fashion in the mix of it. So that's what we're doing this year.
And so you're going to have a fashion show?
We're going to have fashion presentations. As the guests are coming in, models are already stationed in different parts of the venue as art. And then I'm excited for people to see what the designers have come up with. We had a designer, one of the ones that we worked with in March earlier this year, she created this beautiful, stunning bird cage. Crazy, but the model she put it on, it looked like this glorious crown on the models, and it was just stunning. And she creates something called macrame. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yes, I know what macrame is.
Exactly, and she makes exotic pieces with it by hand, and so we're able to see her process before to seeing it, on stage that day. So that's one of the things people are going to be seeing. We have a musician who was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at the age of 4. So you would see him and you would have no clue that he has gone through that journey, that he has, when he walks, obviously you can see that his movement is different, but he's created such a platform that is empowering through his story to let people see that you can still do what you're called to do, and you can make society better by pursuing your art. And I know you do that too.
I do. And but have you mixed a bunch of different nationalities?
100%. So we have one of the artists that's going to be at this event. She's creating this digital art installation. Her name is Christy Hayek, and she's Lebanese American.
Wow. So
exactly. So you have her, and then you have Flora with Plinth Wine. Flora Chang, she and her husband, they started this winery in California, and they flew down here to be able to present their wines as well. We have a woman from Senegal who's going to be presenting her pieces. It's called Dio Collection as well. And then you have, Hispanics. It's just, a beautiful melting pot of cultures, what America really is. And we feel like Miami is the solidifying place, like the middle point for you to understand what a melting pot is.
I think we have 158 different
cultures, nationalities, languages, and it's beautiful. And so we really want to highlight that. So even with the journey that we're taking people on through food at this event, you're going to have Mexican food, you're having Italian food, you have American food. So all of that together in a buffet experience, so that people can really see that, I want to try a paella, but try it in like tapas taco form. You know, that's a little bit different to bring those two things together. And so we're really
there's going to be a lot of innovation.
It's a lot of innovation, a lot of just moving parts of the event that makes the people that are a part of the event don't feel like they're just spectating, but they're part of it. They're part of the experience.
Well, and again, you were saying that it's in Miami Beach because Miami Beach is, I want to say, the center of Florida,
of everything, right? Exactly.
Because that's where it's happening.
Exactly.
You know, pretty much. And how many people the room can have that night?
We're expecting about 300 guests, actually. Yes.
300 guests.
Yes, we're expecting. So we're going to have some guests that are flowing through the event. It's about a 3-4 hour event. So we have guests that will come in the first hour that will be flowing through, wanting to see the art, wanting to see what it is that we're doing, and then we have the dinner that is an exclusive experience.
And it's a sit-down dinner?
And it's a sit-down dinner for 60. For 60 people.
For 60 people. Out of 300.
Out of 300, exactly. So there's a selected few people that are part of that dinner buffet experience, and then we still have high tops around the venue where other guests can still participate, and there'll be hors d'oeuvres and all of that, and
there'll be hors d'oeuvres for them to try.
Exactly, and a wine tasting and all of that's happening, throughout the event.
And an event like that, what's the price of an event like that?
So actually, the tickets start at $120. It's a gala event. We have a fundraising and auction, portion of the event. So yeah, those tickets start at $120, and then we have one where for a table of 4 people, it's about $440, if I'm correct.
And what do they get with that table for 4 people?
They're getting the access to the buffet. They're getting VIP gift bags. So we have about 12 different sponsors that have the gift bags itself is almost worth $1,000 because of the different brands, that have, sponsored us, this time, and people are getting to really enjoy all of that, from the event. And then we've partnered with a brand called Kendra Scott, which is really, it's a global, beautiful brand that is big on philanthropy. And so we're also going to be giving away something special from them as well, as part of, what's that thing called when you do a raffle, a raffle type experience during the event. And then obviously we have the auction piece where we're going to be auctioning off some autographed records from the Beatles, Adele.
Really Adele.
Exactly. So we're excited, as well as some travel packages also that we're going to be offering.
Is that going to benefit some foundation?
It's benefiting the Wonder Woman Initiative Foundation. So all the work that that we're always doing, that we're coming back here for.
Yes, I know, and then because we had forgotten to say that.
Yes.
Because I know that you work with a lot of different foundations.
Yes, I do, exactly. So we have the Wonder Woman Initiative Foundation, which is again dedicated to using fashion and the arts and providing skills and craftsmanship understanding for women to be able to thrive in society. And we partner with shelters. We go there and we teach them these skills. We teach them sewing lessons and things like that, plus a few other projects that we're coming up with in 2025. And then we're partnering with a foundation called the Sharing is Caring Foundation. Their project really is feeding Florida, is what they really do. And then they now have this arm where they're providing mental health education for mothers to be able to nurture their children from a place of rest, is what they're doing. So we're excited to just collaborate with them as well, and let people see the art of philanthropy as really the core of what it is to be human and to drive with purpose.
Wow. What does your group that is working with you, your close group of people, what does it consist of? Mostly women, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, mostly women, but we have some glorious men who also, obviously the heavy lifting to put together these types of events. You have staging, and you have audio visual teams. Usually it's the men that are doing that stuff, and they really help us in that regard. And then we have
interns.
A lot of those interns are usually men, but our core group, which is our public relations director, we have our producers, that group is also like our close-knit group where we're working together all year round, really trying to, make sure that our projects are still moving forward. Another thing is that we filmed a documentary at the beginning of this year called Designed on Purpose, which is the same name as this event. And that documentary series, we were supposed to premiere it at this event. What we're going to do is take guests behind the scenes so it's shorter for them to view, because there's not that much time to show you, because it's a 1 hour, 4 episode docu-series. If we're going to really premiere it means that's 4 hours of people's time. So what we're going to do is separate a day in March. We have an event coming up in March, and so we'll separate a day in March where they can get to really fully, screen see
the whole documentary.
They can see that documentary.
Which is an hour, that documentary.
Exactly.
And then after that, are you going to air it? Like, where are you going to air it?
We're going to air it on Amazon is what we're doing for now. Amazon Prime, so it'll be airing on Amazon.
Wow,
Prime.
You're doing so much.
Yes.
This is so exciting. And I know at the second part, we're going to be talking to one of the producers.
Yes. So we have AYANA. She's one of our associate producers with the Wonder Woman Initiative. She's been working with us for a couple of years now, and just really, she has the heart of what it is that we're about, and so we're definitely excited to be doing this together. And so, yeah.
And at our second part, we're going to have AYANA with us.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking to her. Now, what do you feel what you're doing is bringing to the young generation?
So that's a beautiful question that you asked, because one of the projects we're working on for 2025 is Wonder Woman in Training, is what we've called that project. As you know, we're the Wonder Woman Initiative, right? And so what we're trying to do with that, because we understand that identity is at the core of one of the biggest issues that younger people are having a crisis with. And so it's important for us to identify these, and then we have a team of amazing people, psychologists, therapists, people that we've been able to bring together under our team for a long time. And so we think it's time to deploy a lot of the understanding that we have. Not only that, we believe in the power of skill building, the power of talent identifying. When you allow people understand that their talent is good.
I agree with you.
Exactly. And now they can use it. They find themselves expressing, their authentic selves in that talent.
I agree with you.
And so we're going to do both education and talent, skill building. So that's what we're doing with that project.
It's so funny that you said that, because when there was a time in my life when I was growing up, and I didn't know if I wanted to be a backup singer, if I wanted to be the front man, or I was modeling at that time, if I wanted to stay in the world of modeling, which I knew that after a certain time that would be the end for me. So I had to identify exactly what I wanted to do.
Exactly.
Listen, we're going to take a little break and we'll be right back with you.
Yes.
Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready to party? Hey, moi c'est Patrick Kenyansi on the air. Wap gade Island TV.
Neighboring one of today's trendiest vacation spots for cruisers, Marquis Paradise is an exclusive boutique hotel with 5 unique suites in a private peninsula in Labadie, Haiti. Marquis Paradise was created by a French marquis. Guests have access to a private beach and swimming pool, spa services, a bar, a restaurant, boat rides, and cable and Wi-Fi. There is no place like Marquis Paradise. Experience the authentic. Plan your next vacation in paradise on earth. Marquis Paradise.
Are you ready to party?
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Chercher l'artiste, Dalencour, and we have a new guest. AYANA Harper.
Yes.
Welcome,
Thank
AYANA.
you.
I know you work very closely with Tayo, and you've been here also every single time. So please introduce yourself to our viewers.
I will. My name is AYANA Harper, and I'm an associate producer with the Wonder Woman Initiative, and I work closely with Tayo all day, every day.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
And so tell me, what's your part of the operation? What is it that you do in there? I know producing means a lot. You know, whenever you're producing something, it means you're doing the grunt of the work of the whole shenanigan, what they forgot, what they didn't do, what's going on. So tell me about that.
Well, I'm her right hand. Whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's with work or anything, I'm just there to help her and help the initiative. So I'm pretty much like behind the scenes. So let's say like with the shows and with the models, doing like a lot of outreach, and then when we go to different centers to talk to different women, you know, that go through different tragedies or that are in like homeless centers, we go there.
And so you feature those people as models too?
No, but we go to the different centers and we teach them sewing. We get to know them. We help them with their skills. But with the shows, I'm usually the person behind the scenes, steaming the clothing, talking with the models, getting everybody set, making sure the run of show is going well.
And there is always something that's dressed that's too short, or a
button that flies
hem
off.
that needs to be done, or the hair that goes berserk. Like when I came here today. My hair went ballistic. So putting on a show like the one you're going to be putting in Miami Beach, tell me what it entails, kind of.
It entails a lot of work behind the scenes, like making sure that the scenery where we're having the show is set up properly, so when you walk in, you feel the ambiance and the energy that we're trying to portray, which is just positive vibes, making sure you're enjoying your stay in Miami, making sure you're seeing a lot of beautiful art and designs by Tayo and different designers in Art Basel. So I'm constantly running around,
making sure that everything is all right. Like the models are okay. Like the food, there's not a problem with the food. The bar, the wine that you're going to be presenting.
And then, you know, of course, there's things that go wrong, but you have to be able to adapt.
You have to adapt, and you have to smile like there is nothing.
Like nothing's happening,
happening. And when yet you're dying inside.
You have to, But I'm used to that. I'm used to like fast pace. I've worked in the industry for like 20 years. So it's not like necessarily new to me. So I've been in these situations and I know how to handle it.
If you were to give an advice to a lady or a gentleman that would want to go in the field in which you are in, what would you tell them?
Stay focused. Stay focused and make sure that it's what you want to do. Like Tayo was talking about your talent. Sometimes you have various talents, because I have various things that I do enjoy doing. But you can like narrow it down to one thing where you see that you're really good at, and study more in that, you know, sign up for different events, even if you're working like as an internship, so that you can get the experience, because you're going to need that when you're working with these shows. So stay focused and have confidence. Make sure that you keep God first, always.
And pay attention to details.
You have to. You have to pay attention to details.
To little teeny things. Believe me, they make a big difference.
They really, really do. Yeah, you have to listen and anticipate what might happen. And in your head kind of go through, okay, if this happens, if this shirt pops or this button flies off, what are you going to do? Or if this person doesn't show up, how can you replace that person? You know, you have to try to like shift things around, kind of like a board game.
I remember doing a show, and I was wearing a tight, but it was too tight for me. And the tight split on me. And I remembered wearing bikini underwears, but they were leopard.
Oh my goodness. The perfect.
And I said, that's a phenomenal display. They're going to think it's part of the show.
Know,
perfect display.
And so I played it like it was. I was sweating. My manager was sweating. Everybody was sweating. They thought I was going to go down to the underwear. But again, you know, you never know. You never know.
And people don't know if you don't say anything.
You don't. You play way like it was part of the show.
Yeah.
What about you? What advice would you give to somebody that is planning on getting into that type of environment, that type of business?
I think I'll piggyback off, some of the things that she said. One of the characteristics, I've worked with a lot of people, throughout my journey, close, people that close to like kind of in the role that she's in right now. But this woman, I've never seen her lose her temper. It's hard to do in this industry. People are going to come to you with all kinds of expectations. In the heat of the moment, it's easier to produce a TV show because you can go back and redo things, and you can cut and you can redo things. When things are happening live, it's in the moment, and the mistakes are seen by the people that see it. And so to be able to take that patience and calmness to play it off like nothing just happened, it's beautiful. I've seen her behind the scenes and people losing their temper and coming to yell at her. I'm like, you do not talk to that woman like that. But she is very graceful about it. And so she really embodies the essence of what we're trying to do. So for someone who wants to go into the field that we're in, but wants to do it with purpose, you have to know yourself and be very self-aware so that you're not taken out of your element very easily, because people will always come to you with emotions and with things and say things that really is not aligned with you, and you might want to snap back, but you have to remember what you're trying to portray to the world, and she does that perfectly. So
that's why when I'm on stage I always have a producer, because I just because you never know. But again, I think that what you guys are doing is great for not only the community, but it's something that can explode in the world.
I think so.
And I remembered last time you had purses and
we're going to have some of those purses on auction, for this event
were
as well.
beautiful.
Yes. I think what we're doing is so beautiful, and I think that's why we're getting to this point where we've been funding these projects with our own strategies and our own this and that, but we need to get to the next level, and that's why we're taking the initiative to then have fundraising elements, as part of our experience, because I think if more people join us in what we're doing, we can make so much more impact.
Have you thought about going for grants? I know that the government
she's the grant. Oh, she didn't tell you that part of her work.
Yes.
Tell me about the grant thing.
Yes, I've done grant writing in the past. I did own my own business before, a long time ago. So I did bring that up, and I said, you know what? Let's start doing some grants, and I'll take that over and make sure we can get some extra help, because it's a wonderful initiative, and we just need some backative behind it. But what we're doing out there in the community is really changing lives.
It is.
So
and that's what's beautiful about it.
Yeah.
Because you're really developing an art inside of the people that they have, but they don't have a way of putting it out, expressing it.
Yeah.
So that's a great. I want to tell you, ladies, I'm so proud of you.
Thank
so
you.
The date again is
December 7th, 2024.
So it's this Sunday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday. Yes. And then December 7th, and I forgot what else. It was in Miami Beach.
Miami Beach, yes, at the Kimpton Anglers Hotel. So it's on Washington and 7th.
And Washington and 7th.
Yes.
Okay, that's where the parking lot is.
Yes, right before the parking lot.
You remember,
right before the parking
I
lot.
lived in Miami Beach for 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years? Wow.
When it was like, when it was like, it was a trip.
Yeah,
I lived on
back then.
on 23rd and Pine Tree.
Oh, okay. I know where that. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's really neat.
Out of this world. Party. I mean, you walk out of your apartment, you go down, you cross the street, boom, you cross Collins Avenue, and you're on the beach.
I was just saying that to her when we were driving to the beach, and I was like, thank God for Jesus, because once upon a time, I was the queen of Miami Beach. There's no way.
But now
it's so bad when you go to clubs and they know you already. That is horrible.
Listen, the clubs, all the people in the club. But I also worked at Nick's Miami Beach, which was a fantastic restaurant. Yeah. So the bartenders knew me.
Everybody.
And so imagine the bartenders knew me, and the police knew me.
That's funny.
They know what you drink. I had a police officer give me $100 gift card for Christmas one of those years. He's like, I see you all the time, so like
That's fantastic. That's great.
I was like, oh, the police is my friend. This
Right?
is awesome.
And it's easy to park because if you're on 7th, the parking lot is right there.
Yeah,
Oh
right
yes,
there behind,
and
yeah.
we have valet offered by the hotel as well at a super discounted rate. So yeah.
What's the name of that hotel again?
The Kimpton Angler. So it's one of the Kimpton hotels, but the Anglers.
Is it a
it's
new one?
It's a newer one. It's newer than all of their other properties on the beach.
Yeah. Because
It's more like a retreat type of hotel.
Yeah. Because they have some beautiful hotels there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's
Excellent
lovely.
hotels. So, to go back to all we were saying, is there anything I didn't ask you?
I don't know. What do you think, Ayana?
Where can we donate? where the people can donate to our initiative.
Where can the people donate to your
Yes, to
initiative?
help us out.
Well, they can just go to wonderwomaninitiative.org. There's
what?
wonderwomaninitiative.org.
Wonderwomaninitiative.org.
And then once they get there, they'll see a tab where it says donations, and
Right.
they can go ahead and
Oh,
and
that's a
give
great
there.
idea
Yeah.
to have that because
Yes.
we are seen all over the islands.
Oh, yeah.
And we're all seen all over Miami, from I guess from Key West to Port St. Lucie, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's quite a bit of viewership.
Viewership, yeah.
100%.
So, ladies, I cannot thank you enough.
Thank you so
for
much.
having graced me with your presence
Thank you
today.
so
Happy
much.
to be here. Thank you.
Please make sure you always come back when
We love
you're having
being here.
something
We will.
going. I wish you the best on that event.
Thank you
you.
so much.
Ladies
Next time
and
we'll bring dinner for everybody.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? I'm going to
He's
play
like,
that.
we're gonna hold you to it.
I'm like, we're family at this point. I feel like.
So we have Harper.
AYANA.
Ayana. You're like I did saying. What's the
You can call me Yanni.
Diana.
and then Tayo ISHOLA.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure being with you. Thanks so much for following us and watching us tonight. I'm Dalencour. Take a little time to do something nice for somebody this week. I love you. Take care. See you next time.
Bye.